What is up, Steeler Nation? Welcome to the first episode of the Black and Gold Standard Podcast. What we're going to be doing for the next few weeks is going over the different Pittsburgh Steeler position groups. So today we're going to start off with the quarterback position, since there's a lot of buzz going on with that position right now. So let's get started here. So my first thing is I just want to congratulate the Steelers for finally doing something that's semi aggressive and signing Russell Wilson. I think that was a great move. I don't know what was said, but I'm quite sure they pretty much told him he will be the starter, and that's what I expect. I'm quite sure they're probably going to have a little competition, but I think everybody know that Russell will come in and win this job and take over for Kenny. Um, I'm not mad at it because at this point right now I just don't think Kenny is the player that I think the Steelers may had thought that they had drafted. Me honestly, I think they overdraft him. I think Kenny probably should have been like a third round pick instead of going in the first round. But the Steelers were desperate for a quarterback, and I guess he was the top guy at that time. But I think they kind of see now that it probably was a mistake. And also, to be fair to Kenny, the Steelers didn't do him any favors. Just had him in a bad system, and I think he was already limited, and you kind of made things worse for him. But with that said, let's get back to Mr. Wilson there. So I think this is going to be a great move for them because one thing I think Russ is I think he's very motivated, just the way things ended in Denver. And I think just some of the things that came out that, he's a bad teammate. He's hard to get along with. So I think he'll come in here and try to clean that image up a little bit. I know they say he's a diva, but I think every starting quarterback in the league got some type of diva in them. So, I don't think that'll really be a problem. And this ought to help Kenny. Now you actually have a real professional quarterback that have done it and won Super Bowls, been to another Super Bowl, and you can see how he works. Because the one thing you have to say about Russell Wilson, he's going to work hard, and so if Kenny don't sit back and pout and want to learn, he has a great guy to sit back and watch. I know the Steelers probably will be watching that, and just to see, will Kenny compete, or will he just lay down and give him the job, or he going to roll his sleeves up and be like, hey, we're going to battle every day, for this position. But again, like I say, this position will be Russell Wilson's. As far as the third quarterback, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's a possibility that they bring Mason Rudolph back, but if I'm Mason at this point, I'd be done with the Steelers. But who knows? So you probably can, they probably draft a guy late, fourth, fifth round draft pick, a project guy, or with the landscape of the quarterback position right now, Justin Fields, I think that trade is actually still a possibility, and I wouldn't be mad at that. For Justin to come in here, him and Kenny kind of compete, and if they just decide that they want to do the 1 year with Russell, and then you got two young guys that can battle it out, and maybe if they learn something from him, from Russell Wilson, those guys will be ready to take, step in and take over. And, that would give you your quarterback for the future because, you know, at the most, Russ probably have two to 3 good years left in him. So it's not a long-term thing. Um, Other than that, I think with this move, and obviously they'll make another move. So the quarterback room should be pretty strong. I mean, at worst, if Kenny your backup, I think at least you have a capable guy. I think both of them pretty much will fit in this new system. A lot of play action pass. Not a lot of deep stuff, but if the Steelers run the ball the way they should, you're gonna have a lot of wide open receivers down the field. And that's the one thing that Russ is good at. He can get that ball down the field. So I'm very excited about it. I think it's a positive thing. I think the offensive guys is going to be happy. So we'll see what happens. I probably suspect that as soon as Russell signs his contract, he probably use some of that $200 million+ he had made and get with all the offensive guys and either get those guys down to Florida somewhere or who knows, take them to the Bahamas or whatever, and throw some balls around just to kind of introduce himself to the guys and maybe they can start working on the offense. And I just really see that he's going to come in and he's probably going to really take charge of this offense. And this is something that the Steelers, that this offense is needed for a while. And I think you finally gonna have that. So I think it's a positive thing. I know you have a lot of people that have been kind of complaining about it and wasn't happy about it, but to me, I think it's a positive. Then just on the fact of the money that you're paying them. I mean, you getting a starting quarterback. I mean, a very talented starting quarterback for $1.2 million. You can't beat that. So I think right now with just the two guys they have on the roster now, they only paying those guys just over $3 million. So to me, if the Steelers are serious about you know doing the right thing and getting this team to more than just one playoff game and out, you got some extra money to spend and fill up some of the holes that they still have. So again, I'm very excited about it. Like I say, our next episode will be about the running backs, and we're gonna touch on those guys a little bit. Then we're gonna finish up the offense with the receivers and the linemen, and then after that we'll jump over to the defensive side. And by that time, it'll be getting a little closer to the draft, and we'll kind of do some draft reviews, maybe do some mock drafts, just to kind of see what we think the Steelers should do. By that time, free agency will be kind of over with, and we'll see what holes that they locked up just through free agency. So hey, leave some comments and just let me know what's your feeling about the Russell Wilson move, and do you agree with it? Do you think this was a positive thing for the Steelers to do? And I'll see you next week. All right.